This video is a preview. See the link in description or the link at the end of the video to see the story in context with the 2nd of August 2027 arrival event. For the 1%, this is an outright invasion of the earth. For the 99%, this is a messianic event to save us. Now, in the National Geographic film, the TV documentary on the Lost Judas Codex in 2006, I've been leaving something out of the story in all my other videos, because the only sketches on the codex are these bits and pieces you see here. The crux and sata, which is the Coptic ankle cross you see here. The cross of the churches, what I've shown in all my work, represents Orion. But it's time now to look at a little piece of material that proves the crux and sata, because it shows it here with a 4-pointed star, the cross within a cross. It shows that I've shown is the cross of Orion with the 4 dots. As you see, that is the message at Atlantis. And of course the chi rho of Constantine is also tied to this tau cross T, with the target being above it, using Taurus to find it. This is the time now to look carefully what's missing, and I think it's purposely been torn off because something inspired the producers of the film to show the Christ speaking to Judas and look at the sky, and then Orion's belt was shown with it. Now, what would inspire them? Something's missing here that I think they've broken off. So what I'm going to show, I think it shows the 3 stars like that. And this is a pair of dividers and a 90-degree square as lost teachings measuring to find 33 degrees of arc to the star of our ancestors. So I'm just going back to this little piece here again. There's another one here. It's got the dot in the middle of it as well. So it's also showing the Ra symbol. The exit marks the spot above the Tau cross of Taurus is the ancestor star. So what did National Geographic show? Well, it's after the Last Supper. Christ takes Judas outside and points to a star in the sky near an illuminated cloud. Here is a big clue here. There's the illuminated cloud. That is probably something that makes a cloud, which are the star visitors trying to make an effect in the sky to show the position of the ancestor star. It's too small to be seen by the naked eye. So I think it's another one of these further away in the position near the Pleiades, illuminating itself. And Judas has been taught that you follow these 3 to find, they follow the 3 kings. The 3 kings that follow in the east as it rises on the east to find the star of Bethlehem. And why did they show the 3 stars here and then not talk about them? Well, I found a bit of the clip again. Go into my references at the end of this video and you'll see the reference of that little 1-minute clip where they show Orion's belt. It's not fair that they didn't show it. I think it's time to address that. Looking at the Constantine story, I'm taking the great fresco by Raphael because it shows a lot. And Raphael was definitely part of the secret society, and he wanted to show a lot more going on here. There's a pope on this side. He's got his 3 crowns for the 3 kings that I'm going to show in this video. And there's also St. Peter here holding his gold and silver keys. What does that really mean? That's what it looks like up close. And of course, I've shown the chi rho here. This is what Constantine said was the pattern that he saw in the sky, that he put on his shields. And in this writing here, to conquer in that sign. We're going to relook at that. That's the version that the monarchy systems have chosen for us to believe in, that these were little angels holding the cross in the sky. There's a lot more going on here. And there's something that I want to address as well, the elephant in the room, but we're going to do that last. Look at the symbol that he's showing with his hand. 2 fingers together and 2 on each side. That is the symbol for Orion's belt of ancient secret society, in my opinion. And I'll show you more on that in a few minutes. There's also a lot going on in the detail here, but let's just do it one piece at a time. First I want to show what really was visible in the sky. I think this is what the teaching was all about. Constantine's cross of the churches that he made into the chi rho. And an angel was part of the teaching. Constantine claimed that it was an interaction with an angel. makes the sign of the cross, teaching about the cross, to bring this forward. And the old story was conquer in this sign. No. It's leadership in teaching about this sign. And there's the Vatican in the position, that beam of light. And of course now we can see now the Immaculate Constellation ties, which I'm going to go through in detail, with the Vatican. Now the elephant in the room, the dragon tortured by ropes. You can see the face of the tortured dragon. I've enlarged it here. Why is nothing being said about this cosmic dragon in Christianity with Constantine in a big way? These small little mentions, but we need really to make clear that this dragon is definitely benevolent. It is there as part of the living light of creation, and it's been bound by ropes to show right here it has been hidden by the monarchy rulership. That's up close of the Constantine P, the P for the Pleiades. The Pleiades, funny enough, make that exact symbol. It's in part 1, and there's the Chi Rho X. But let's look at the stars exactly. Here's my claim of the cross of the churches. From Sirius, let's label them. Sirius through Orion's belt, the 2 brightest stars of Orion, through the V of Taurus, Aldebaran, Pleiades, and then these tiny little sun-like stars over here. Okay? From that cross. That is the teaching of the cross that has been hidden by our powers that be. It's time now to bring back the cross teachings and the keys of St. Peter revived. I'm showing that hand symbol there for the 3 belt stars of Orion. That's the main one in the middle, 2 on the outside. And the 2 together, they seem to show a little bit of emphasis on the middle one, usually showing it bigger. I'll show in this video as well. And then the 3, they make that symbol in ancient times. I'm copying it for the 3 suns in the sky, that you follow through the bullseye, right there. There's the cross of the churches. There's 33 degrees of arc that you measure from that star to find that one in astronomy. Yep, 33 degrees with a pair of dividers. Rising on the horizon in Christmas Day, this whole cross becomes upright vertically at 90 degrees. Showing that. This picture I'm making available to media as well, to show the teachings that have been lost that I'm trying to revive. But it must be exactly with my representation at the bottom. Now, looking at the personification of Orion by the Christ, because all these cosmic teachers of the past are personified as Orion men. They are Orion showing the way as a teacher, using the 3 belt stars to find the star of our ancestors. He's pointing to the 3 in the sky. If it's Christ personifying his origins from the star, this Immaculate Conception story is being reviewed. Time now to change it to the Immaculate Constellation, because it's all about his beginnings from this Orion teaching as a constellation, the Immaculate Constellation. Right there is the knowledge that needs to be revived. If Christ personified as Orion is showing the way to his Bethlehem star as a teaching, then he is teaching about his angelic father's bloodline, which is also humanity's bloodline. Remember, that's what he told Judas. It is more of an ultimate constellation story rather than an ultimate conception story. His teaching is therefore referred to in all humanity's origins, because my global repeating collection of this very same star map was marking all of our ancestors' origins. All of humanity is tied to this teaching of the Immaculate Constellation, which was recorded as the Immaculate Conception. So we're changing it now. But in truth, it's teaching of Christ's Immaculate Constellation. And of course, other ancient civilizations show Orion with the male anatomy. It wasn't really a belt of Orion. It was his male anatomy. There's so many different teachings of this conception part, but it's a constellation, and that needs to be changed right now to understand everything. There are many pictures of esoteric manuscripts showing Christ with the 3 suns. Yes, there are 3 here. The one main one, as his sun crown, uses the cross to find it, just like that. 3 sun stars. You must see my full star map story in my playlist. My main playlist shows them all in order. Look for that image, because it goes through Atlantis, the human code found in these ancient sites, Egypt, on Mars, Stonehenge, they all have the human code built into it. And it's all timing down to 2027. And then, of course, the alien message actually has the human code in it exactly. And I've shown that in part 1. I'm just going to brush on it in part 2.
With the earlier Sumerian clay tablets' precise version of the cosmic human origin star map, and how it matched the template at Stonehenge, would come the mindset that had Herschel set out to search the Atlantic Ocean seabed. It would be this clue that would culminate in this documentary's biggest revelation.
As the world was counting down to 2012, I was watching Google Earth, looking for ruins, refreshed my page, and I saw that. I recognized that curvature from somewhere. This could be a computer code. I think it's first contact. The ancients are returning.
I've published a book, Herschel's Atlantis, and there's a 2-hour documentary you'll see at the end of the video. These are my 3 books. I'm trying to promote Saving Forests, $19 for all 3, 1 delivery. I am now making something very special available to all my patrons. All my patrons who join the quest will be in contact with me directly from that day forward to 2027. Not just that, all my patrons who pass the 2000K mark, or activists, or going to be the people bringing this quest forward after 2027, they will also be given the keys to the vault, this extra secret knowledge, and they will have copies of it for all my work to be brought forward. Even if computer systems go down, they will be repaired one day. They will reactivate that work and prove all the work that I've done over 20 years. They'll also be invited to be present at a last-minute secret meeting point at First Contact. My patrons, who are all at the top of the group that I've defined here, will be with me on that day at a special location to view this solar eclipse.